representatives from Ventura County Board of Supervisors and representatives from our Unified Command present. They're going to give brief statements, and then after their statements, they will be available to you all for breakouts to answer individual questions. I'd like to welcome up to the podium first Chairman of the Board of Supervisors for Ventura County, Mr. Peter Foy.
It's been a very difficult time here in Ventura County, and now it's also moved into LA County, as we all know. And I just want to say I appreciate all the hard work and all the effort everybody's doing. One of the things I would like to say is that as fire continues to tell people in these mandatory evacuations, please get out. Just listening to some of the things where our sheriff's department and deputies and officers are having to help people get out when they get into trouble, that's a key. We put people's lives at risk, especially all of our first responders, when we don't get out in time. So I just would ask everybody to do that. And I want to thank people. You know, this last 48 hours, 72 hours in Ventura County has been a difficult time. I appreciate everybody's efforts and kind prayers for all the people from our victims that lost their lives in a shooting to now what's happening, people losing their homes. It's a difficult time. So if you can help your neighbors, we really appreciate that. But also, when the sheriffs come to your house and say it's time to go, please get out. They're only here to take care of you and to help you, and don't let them get hurt because of what we don't do. So thank you for the opportunities.
Next, I'd like to welcome up to the podium Ventura County Supervisor Linda Parks.
My district here is in Thousand Oaks, and our hearts still go out from the tragedy of just yesterday. So we are still reeling, but we are also very resilient. This is a very stressful time. Many of our first responders haven't slept, and throughout the state of California there are fires, so there isn't as much support as we need. But we are resilient, and the most important thing is to be safe. As was said, you have a mandatory evacuation, leave. We don't want any tragedies, we don't want any deaths, we don't want any injuries. So please be safe out there. Call or go to vcemergency.org, and you can get right away, you can get information about where the fires are, what's happening in your area, good information there, and please be safe out there. Thank you.
Also present but not speaking, we have Ventura County Supervisor Kelly Long and State Assemblywoman Jackie Irwin. Next up, I'd like to bring up a member of our Unified Command, Ventura County Fire Chief Lorenzen.
Good morning. Yesterday we had two significant fires start. One at 2 p.m., the Hill Fire just off of or north of the Conejo Grade. That fire is about 6,000 acres now. Fortunately for us, it is burning into the old footprint of the Springs Fire from 2013, and the fire activity there has diminished and allowed us to focus a little bit more heavily on this fire that started yesterday at 3 p.m., the Woolsey Fire. It's approximately, well, it's 10,000 plus acres, and it's jumped the 101 freeway. We have many hundreds of firefighters here on the fire lines right now, many more on order. What I'd really like to focus on is some of the successes we had yesterday. With our partners from throughout the region, local government agencies were able to robustly respond up here, protect structures, and especially with the help of our law enforcement partners, quickly evacuate our communities in advance of the wildland fire. Fortunately, there have not been any civilian fatalities as a result of lack of evacuations. We know we have a number of structures that were lost during the firefight overnight, but we will continue to bring in local government resources to protect our communities. Thank you.
Next up, from the Los Angeles Fire Department, Assistant Chief Corey Rose.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night. I just want to thank the community for being so resilient and listening to these evacuation orders. It's never easy to do that. The city fire department is here to assist our partner agencies in primarily protecting structures. We have a number of fire engines in the Bell Canyon area right now actively engaged in firefighting, and also have resources including helicopters and a lot of personnel in all areas of the fire and assisting our cooperators here. What makes this a good thing with this group here is we've done this together, unfortunately, but it's a great team, and it's one team with these different departments working together. So we want to thank the community again, and our number one value at risk is the community and those lives that are out there, and that's what we're here to do, is protect those lives. So thank you.
Next up, from the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Chief Deputy David Richardson.
Good morning, David Richardson, Unified IC for the Woolsey incident. As mentioned, we are in Unified Command, Ventura County Fire Department, Los Angeles Fire Department, as well as CAL FIRE, as well as our law enforcement agencies, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Ventura County Sheriff's Department, and Los Angeles Police Department as well. As we progress and put a plan together to combat this fire, as we can see, if you look around, there's many challenges. We have a column of smoke behind you here that still continues to burn in Ventura County, and we have some ominous columns of smoke over the Santa Monica Mountains. Early this morning, as the fire transitioned through Agora Hills, fire jumped the freeway, the 101 freeway, right around Liberty Canyon, mid-slope, caught wind, and became quickly established and where we're at today. Currently, the fire is south of Mulholland. It's actually south of Tunnel 1, for those that are familiar with the community. We ask that our community members heed our direction and warning, leave early. We've professed and preached throughout the last few months, the past year, ready, set, go. Each of our communities should be ready to pack up and leave at a moment's notice. We have over 300 Los Angeles County firefighters here, and as mentioned, collectively, that's going to grow as we continue to battle this fire and as it is headed towards the Pacific Ocean. With that, we'll call up next our law enforcement partners to provide some additional evacuation information. Thank you.
Next up, from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, Chief John Benedict.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. This community has suffered many tragic events just over the last couple of days, and this being another one of those. I want to thank all the residents that have been involved in our evacuation process and that have heeded our warnings in order to evacuate. Right now we have evacuations that are going on, as the chief said, south of the 101 freeway, literally between the Ventura County line and Las Virgenes Canyon Road, all the way down to the coast of Malibu, Pacific Coast Highway. Right now we have some congestion with folks trying to get out of the area, and I would ask that those folks, if they could, start moving down towards the coast and then towards Santa Monica area on the Pacific Coast Highway in order to egress out of the affected area. We also have some evacuations that have been going on throughout the night, throughout the cities of Calabasas, Hidden Hills, Agora, and Westlake Village. And I want to thank again those residents that have heeded those evacuation notices. We also have some shelters set up for those folks that need that. Right now, for the folks that are on this side of the hill, meaning the 101 side, we have an area in the Simi Valley area, which is the Rancho Santa Susana Rec Center at 5005 Los Angeles Avenue, and also at Taft High School. For those that have animals that need shelter, Pierce College is now completely full, so we'd ask those residents that have animals that need shelter to move those animals to Handsome Dam, which is near between the 5 and the 210 freeway. For those that need shelter over towards the Malibu area, they could start moving towards Will Rogers State Beach, which is near Temescal Canyon. Again, if you are evacuating, make sure that you have all of your personal documents, your medication, your identification, and anything that you might think that you're going to need down the road. This thing moves fast and you need to be prepared. So if you're ready to go, go. And if you're being told to go, get out of there. So I want to thank you all, and safe speed.